Okay, so now we're just going to cover off on battle belts. So this is going to be probably the most common type of equipment that people are going to look at getting first when they're doing a CQB style setup. So if you're used to doing Speedsoft style gameplay with gel ball, you're probably most familiar with using just a battle belt and not having anything else. With CQB, that can be both advantageous and it can be a disadvantage depending on your play style, which we'll cover off on shortly. So we're just going to look at the more sort of budget style. So this is probably what you're most common with seeing with Speedsoft. So you've just got a padded belt. You've got some pouches around the side for putting your magazines and a dump pouch. Obviously wear that around your waist and you're able to maneuver as per usual and still have some of that retail space for putting your magazines and such. So that's probably the most common style. You are going to be able to pick these up pretty cheap no matter what brand you go with because they are pretty simple. They're just belts. Again, the more money you spend on these, it's just going to cover off on things like padding, the type of belt setup, the amount of retail space and all that kind of stuff there. So if you work on a budget, definitely a good way to go. This is another style. This is an Emerson battle belt, so they're an airsoft brand. With this one, it's virtually the same as the sort of Speedsoft style. As you can see, it's just one belt. We've just got this sort of cheap belt setup that runs around and through it so you can adjust it. And we've got some ATEX FG pouches on there. So if you wanted to roll with something like that. This is the same thickness the whole way around as opposed to this style belt where it tapers down and then comes wider at the back. So just something to keep in mind there if you are looking to put quite a few pouches on there. As you can see, I haven't really got too much on there and I've already taken up all the retail space. So it's just another alternative. Again, these aren't super expensive. They're quite a cheap bit of kit to purchase. Generally, you'll find that the pouches are way more expensive than the actual belt itself. So if you work on a budget, you can often just buy the actual belt and then just get some cheap dump pouches. Like a couple, one for putting expended magazines, one for putting magazines that are full, and then you can just grab for one and put the other ones away like that. So that's a nice cheap alternative. And again, if you want to go into the higher spec, this is a custom setup. This is used by military at the moment. It is a really comfortable belt. The padding on the inside is really nice. This one is actually a 2-belt setup. So there's the actual battle belt itself, which is this multicam section you can see through here with the molly. And then inside of that is another belt. So it's a separate belt that you feed through and then it has the clip system. So really secure to your body. But again, you're going to be spending a lot more money because you're going to be purchasing the belt and also the battle belt separately. And on this one, we've got some Tasmanian tiger pouches. So again, quite expensive if you want to go that route as you work your way around. And yeah, again, you set it up how you like. I like this style more. It's a lot thinner compared to your Speedsoft style. And it sits a bit more like a belt does. I feel more secure with that as I'm maneuvering around and moving with speed. It tends to sit much nicer on the hips compared to this style here, and it's not as big. So you get that amount of retail space that you need for pouches, but you're not sacrificing anything. And a lot more comfortable with that cummerbund there that's going to be nice and rubberized, so it's going to stick really nice if you've got a belt on, as opposed to this, which is just material. It is good for airflow, but it's not good for sticking to your body like this stuff here. So this, you're probably looking at spending, you know, $300 or $400 on just this belt setup, minus the pouches. Again, you start putting the pouch and stuff on, you can start getting the price to go up. So this is where you often find people will make the decision between going with a plate carrier, a battle bra, or just going with a belt rig. It's often one or the other. Not too many people run both. I do just because I enjoy that tactical style setup. So yeah, it's going to come down to whether or not you want to just have the belt or have the plate carrier. Your pricing is going to be very similar across the board. So your cheap alternative plate carriers and your cheap style belt rig setups are going to be the same as you work your way up to your more expensive. So definitely if you're picking between one or the other, just think about the type of gameplay that you're going to be involved in. If you're looking to do a little bit of milsim stuff in the future or CQB, I recommend the plate carrier. If you're just looking to run around, do some running and gunning, you're not too fast, then the belt rig's probably going to be a much more suitable option for you to spend your money. Okay, so that sums up our basic loadout tutorial, if you will, just to give you a basic idea about the types of setups that you might be able to run with depending on your budget. We will be working at the Rapid Vantage field to assist anyone who are looking to get a setup sorted out based on their budget. So make sure you do come down and visit us. We're happy to tailor a setup that's going to suit each individual player based on what they're looking to spend and what's going to be most suitable for their gameplay. Please make sure you do throw a like onto Rapid Vantage as well, and we really appreciate them giving us a chance to utilise their studio, and they also supplied some of the gear that you're seeing today. Please like and subscribe to our channel as well. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you can keep updated as we release more content, and make sure to follow us on our socials too. You can find us at Summit Tactical on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. Thanks for watching.